We need somebody new. Come on, please, please, folks. Y'all give her a hand. Woo! Wave your fingers like this. Woo! Okay,
You need
that
to
was
stop. Lord have mercy.
Hold on, give me a minute, y'all. I'm just trying to see. I'm just trying to test this.
a pencil. Send a pimp smack Tristan with his remote. If your big old head disappear one more time, I'm gonna pimp smack. Oh my God, he got on all black. The devil is alive. He's like, oh, they can hear me. I'm sorry. No, I'm not discriminating. Hush.
Yes, you know you ain't even on mute. Don't do that. You know you on mute. Don't play games.
You right, yeah.
You talking to the wall again?
He can see me. Okay, never
Cedric.
Come out
Stop judging Cedric.
Quiet. Okay, go ahead.
To the wall. I told you me talk to him.
There's a whole window right here.
It's unhealthy. Ain't nobody
Talk to the window.
There's somebody on the ground.
Ain't nothing out there.
I always look out the window and say, "Oh, there's
Cars.
calamity in the window."
Ain't nothing else out there but cars. Ain't nobody out there for you.
There's a parking lot out here. Okay.
A parking lot, but it's not for you.
Okay. It will be in January, and I can drive my car. That's all I gotta say. Back on course. Okay, I'm ready.
You sure?
Lord.
I know good and well.
Stay out the window.
Stop the recording, Darian, and restart. Then lost your mind. It will not go out. Take 70.
70.
Lord have mercy.
70.
What's going on, y'all? Oh my Lord.
Man.
You on mute?
Yeah. He just started talking, honey. And then you.
Oh, my bad, Jerry. I thought he was saying what I was saying. 70. Oh, that was Tristan. He the one said 70. I thought it was Derek. My bad.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Now That's Crazy. Today we have a special segment called Perfect People. And today we have the usual folks. We have some other faces that you may not have seen before, but they've been around for quite some time. You have the usual three: myself, Darian Parsons. You have Tristan, Cedric Turner, and the camera woman, Kiana. She usually is the one working the camera, but today you'll be seeing and hearing from her. And we also have Devon, who recently joined up with us, so you'll also be hearing from her today. But yeah, we're gonna have a small little discussion about perfect people. To kind of get us started, I want us to kind of all go around and answer this first question. What does it mean to be perfect?
What does it mean to be perfect? I feel like that's a pretty good question to start off with. And to be perfect means to be without fault. There's nothing wrong with you. You have no issues. You're just 100% there. All the way there. It seems like you got it made. It seems like.
Kind of like a reiteration of what Tristan was saying. It just means no fault. Somebody who wants. For me, I feel like what it means to be perfect is you're saying to yourself, everything is going good for me. I'm at my best. Everybody around me is just a step under. So it's all about me. And that's I run the show. When I come in the room, everybody light up. That's pretty much it.
Well, perfection to me is a person that can't have flaws. Based on society, people who can't make mistakes, and if you do, if you say, for instance, if you do have flaws, people won't believe that because they see you as a perfect being. And um, with mistakes, if you make a mistake, it's like, wow, then that's when a lot of bias comes to play, a lot of double standards, a lot of double mindedness comes with it. So I really don't have a definition for perfection because it's so wide. Everybody has their own definition. But to me, it's like a person who can't have flaws, who can't make mistakes, and is seen as just somehow like as God or something. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's my definition.
Perfection is kind of what Tristan said, no flaws. However, me personally, I do not believe in the idea of perfection because there's no such thing as a perfect person. If there were, then honest to God, we all be successful right now because we all have the wherewithal and the intelligence as Black African American men and women to be perfect. But the idea of perfection to me does not exist. And why? Like I said, there's no perfect person ever.
When it comes to perfection, all of those are good answers. All of those pretty much just that's knocking the ball out the park right there when it comes to it. So for me, I simply put it as like there's so many adjectives or so many synonyms to go with the term perfect, like flawless, no, without faults, without any any imperfections. Really, is when you look at something that is perfect, there's nothing wrong with it at all. Which, of course, if you could, I don't even think you could honestly apply it to anything though. Which that could be the problem with the whole idea of perfection is like even the things we create aren't perfect, you know, and even the people we look up to turns out they're not perfect either, which I believe leads into the next question as to why are notable people placed on such a pedestal of perfection? Why are we being told to look at certain individuals and say, now this is what you need to strive towards?
And I think it's because of like how they're portrayed to us. Like I see it all the time on social media, like how certain influencers or celebrities, for example, like how they're always posting pics of like what they're doing. Like you see the fancy cars, you see the big houses, like they're always on vacation. And it's like we wish we could have those kinds of lives that they're living. Like, but we fail to realize like we don't see them like they're human, like they're imperfect human beings. Like they don't post like what they're going through. Like they don't post their struggles. And it's like that's something that we don't even do. Like we only post like our best selves. Like we only post like the good in our lives. And it's like the thing that we have to realize is like even though we see celebrities as perfect and like everything's going well for them, like they have struggles too. Like they're going through just like we are. Like they're not perfect.
For me, I think that, like, as a reiteration of what Tristan was saying again, like when a famous person, like, soon as they go into the public eye, there are these expectations that they have to follow. Now, whether it's right or wrong, I agree to disagree with all of those, but I feel like for them, it's a struggle to make the right decisions. Like, we could post something, on social media and not even think about it. A famous person posts something, especially a belief or an opinion, and somebody's ready to just say, "Oh, such and such said this," because that person is notable and there's is there's value to their name essentially in that aspect. So it's like the thing I noticed though, which is actually going to be a flip to what Tristan was saying, is that in notable people trying their best to not make the wrong decisions, they potentially end up making some wrong decisions. And also, they find themselves not being able to live their best life because they spend their entire lives trying to please other people. And I think, like, for me, one of the best singers that I grew up, who I grew up listening to, who I know went through something like this, is Whitney Houston. Like, if you look at her interview with Oprah Winfrey, many do not know, she expressed the fact that, her 20s was gone, her 30s was gone because she was just so invested in, she wanted to live a normal life. But people made the Whitney Houston that we see on television, media portrayed the Whitney Houston that we see on television, which wasn't always true, or which was not perfect. And so it's amazing how people put you in this category, but as soon as you don't meet their expectations, or what you or like what they want you to do, all of a sudden they switch up on you and they disappear.
And to add on to your point, like I think celebrities try so hard to, create an image, like a public image of themselves, and it's like they try so hard to maintain that image. It's hard for them to live a normal life. It's because like they've invested so much time in like crafting and protecting that image, that public image for themselves.
And to add on to it, people, they tend to idolize the people that they look up to, which are celebrities, and they put their lives into their lives. And the celebrities, they know that. For some celebrities, that's putting more anxiety and pressure on them to always be careful what they post or what they say, because we do have anybody that says something or does something that majority doesn't agree with. So since they idolize celebrities, it's like they see something in them they don't see in themselves that they want to be, or they see something in them that is similar to themselves. So when they create that connection to the celebrity and they make a mistake, it's like a betrayal. Like, no, in my mind, you're supposed to be this way because I know because some people that look up to celebrities do have low self-esteem. So those people that do have the low self-esteem, they'll feel like, oh, wait, you're supposed to be this highness that I see. You're supposed to be my idol. You can't make mistakes because that means you're just like me. And I don't want to find somebody that's just like me. I want to find somebody that's better. I want to find somebody that makes me forget about my own life. Because that's the whole image. That's where the study of the body images come from. Because when they see a body of somebody and they look at their own, they're like, oh, okay. They either try to make it just like the celebrities that they look up to, or they just put themselves, it's just the same thing I was saying, so it puts a lot of pressure on people, period, because they forget that they're human beings just like they are. And that's a lot of stress and pressure. And then some of them that don't even want to be famous, that's why some celebrities committed suicide, because it's hard, especially K-pop idols who have obsessive fans that break into their houses, do all kind of stuff, just want to find some kind of closeness to the person that they idolize. So I think that plays a part in it as well. That's all.
That image is something else that you were talking about, Kiana, because like that whole like perfection when it comes to image, like I don't feel that even just hurt notable people. I feel like that hurts everybody because when you have people who are going into plastic surgery or making alterations to their body to have like for women, to for instance, to have the best lips, the best chest area, the best backside, you know what I'm saying? Or for dudes to have the best suits or whatever, or the best clothes, the best car, the American dream, as we call it, that everything is going to go well and perfect. I'm with Devon on that. Life doesn't offer us that ability. We're not blessed with that capability of being perfect, but rather making the best of what we have, our voids as people and our gifts and talents as people. And I think that's what shines above all else.
Honestly, you guys said it all perfect. I do believe that social media is to blame on the idea of perfection. It's not realistic. It's not capable of a society that we have today. And it's just so amazing how I feel like it's so amazing how we think it's necessary to just be relevant. And here's the thing: why are you trying to be relevant when you can be successful? So I would choose success over being being perfect or the label thus of perfection.
Went through was people, and that just really just was what kind of threw me over. You deal with people long enough and trying to meet family expectations, people at your school, they expectations, it'll really stress you out.
Why are we putting imperfect people in this air of perfection? Because these same people that have risen to such great heights have their own imperfections as well. They have their own problems. So why are we being told to strive for whatever they're doing?
You just have to be comfortable in your own skin. Like that takes time. I know it's not like it definitely wasn't easy for me